right. I mean, you get ready to play your first conference opponent at an odd time,
Yeah.
because you're going to go back into non-conference. Have you accomplished some of the things that you want to accomplish with your non-conference schedule before meeting the conference opponent?
No, I think we're still learning each other as a team, and we're just starting to get everybody, healthy. We still got Lance out, and from that standpoint, it's been a little different for us, and I think I think we'll be figuring out, to at least the first of the year. I'm trying to figure out roles, trying to figure out, just what everything looks like, the rotation, different things. I mean, we've had success with some groups. We haven't had so much success with other groups. So you're just trying to figure all of it out.
Does the win earlier this week help?
Obviously, you always, it's always better to get better winning, and we feel good about the trajectory and where we're going. And truth is, one possession away, from possibly being 4-1, but can't get that back. But at the end of the day, for me, it's all about the trajectory getting better each practice, each game.
Is it frustrating then, having to play a conference game this early when your team's still trying to figure themselves out?
Nah, it's not. I mean, whether it's conference, whether it's non-conference, the struggle can be real if you're not playing well and you're just trying to find yourself anyway. So it doesn't matter who you're playing. Again, I think it's for us. It's a matter of just getting better each practice, each game, and learning how to compete, even when it's not going right for you.
This will be a little bit of a different challenge with their front court and size and big man. Does it change your lineups at all, or you just kind of go with what you go with? And
not a lineup guy. I mean, again, man, I understand where I come from. Come from the NBA. You got shooters, you got non-shooters, you got scorers, you got non-scorers. That's the only thing it's based on. Anything I do lineup-wise is going to be based only for the betterment of the team long-term, never for today. I'm not a today guy. It's a process. So for me, we are where we are, and I'm sticking with it at the moment. And so the challenge for us and Duke is that they're coming off of a loss. So they'll be locked in, they'll be ready to play, and they'll try to clean some things up. Come Saturday afternoon, they'll have a sense of urgency about their game.
You guys have rebounded the ball really well, especially on the offensive glass. That's got to be pleasing. I know how much you harp on rebounding.
Yes, I love offensive rebounding. I love rebounding, period. I think that there's three elements of the game, regardless of who you play, where, if you can get 2 out of those 3 things right, 3 out of 3, you're not guaranteed to win, but you got a great chance. But you got to limit live ball turnovers. You got to win the rebounding battle. Those are things that, for me, each and every game, it's so important. It's so important, and the discipline and poise that you got to have playing against a team like Duke. You need it every game, but particularly, again, if you heard me talk about my team, we have a margin of error, and that's whether we win or lose. And so each and every day we come in with that mentality. And so, with that being said, again, you can't turn the rock over. You can't let those guards get out and start going. And you gotta win the rebound battle for sure.
what is your way of looking at it? You have this kind of weird 3-game stretch of games that are more difficult. One's a rivalry game, which is a little different, but playing State, that's a ranked team, playing a ranked Duke team is kind of an interesting challenge at this point, as you're just, like you said, learning your roster, learning your team and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge. I mean, I don't really, a lot of this is on the run for me, so the different things, rivalry game, conference game, I didn't really look at it like that. I'm just looking at it as an opportunity to get better. I got to make sure we're getting better. That's all I care about. Like for me, the win is our trajectory. The win is, did we take a step backwards? And I I have a bunch of sayings and they sound cliche-ish, but for me, it really is. It's just a trajectory of where we are as a team. That's the only thing I'm concerned about, is that we're playing the game the right way.
Regardless of sport, everybody loves to talk about the film room and the importance of it. You're going to have something special for your film room tomorrow, regardless of the outcome of the game. Do you look forward to having that to use going forward?
I mean, you know, it'll be tomorrow's game. First of all, I mean, it's a great opportunity. Let me just say that it's a great opportunity for us, and I think that anybody in America, any college coach and team that has an opportunity to beat 2 ranked teams in 1 week, it's a step forward for your program, period. Whether I was here 10 years or this being my first year, you know, so, you know, it's easier to lock kids in when you're playing against Duke. I'll just say that. That's a known brand. That's a known brand. They have known players. So it's a little different, you know, so antennas go up quick, you know, for players, for coaches, for fans, like it's just a little bit different. So I don't think we need any type of incentive. I think that the incentive was how we responded, you know, Tuesday night for what it looked like against Cincy, and I think the guys responded. And now it's a matter of, can we keep building? Are we going to be content? Are we going to allow our complacencies to come in? Because you can't have complacency. You know, that's the thing that I've been fighting these guys on since I got here. Like, I can't stand complacency. Like, when you get comfortable, get uncomfortable. You know, and that's just kind of how I've always been, and that's the mentality I'm trying to get these kids. And so, as we've worked out for the last couple of days, that's the only thing I've been saying. I'm trying to make them uncomfortable.
Does it help coming off a win like Mississippi State to have Duke and not have like directional you know, coming in, somebody that they might think they could roll the ball out against or something like that, like that you got to come with your A game? For
sure, I think it does help. You know, I think it does help, and I think that playing against a physical team like Mississippi State really helps as well, because the guys responded to the challenge. You know, undefeated team coming in, you know, physical team, and there was a lot of great things that we did. You know, I was impressed by the guys, and I told them as much. I mean, we pretty much lay it wire to wire. It's hard to do. Does not matter. I mean, that's hard to do. We hadn't done that all year. You know what I mean? But again, I challenged them. But the challenge is that midnight on Tuesday night, when they, you know, once they hit, you got to get ready for the next game. And so now I'm just locking them back in and try to do the same thing we did Tuesday night on Saturday afternoon.